Hi, my name is Jelmer Blok. Um, I'm a new investor. I'm a crypto enthusiast. I've been diving deep into the world of Bitcoin and investing for the last 13 months. And this video is meant for friends and family and other new crypto enthusiasts and Bitcoin people. All right. So what happened today was very interesting because Kevin Warsh was appointed to new chair of the Fed today on the 15th of May. And this has happened 3 times in the history of Bitcoin. So I want to show you a little bit about the history, what happened before when this happened in time with the price of Bitcoin. And in the end of this video, I will make a little prediction of what I think is going to happen this time. All right, here we go. Let's see the chart. So we start with 2014 when Janet Yellen was appointed to chair of the Fed. This is the monthly. I want to take you to the daily. Yeah, here we are on the daily. So when she was appointed to chair of the Fed was in February, and the Bitcoin price was sitting at $807. Then right after she became chair of the Fed, the Bitcoin price over the next 65 days dropped with 57%. Then it went up again with quite a bit. And then from June the 1st, it went down to the midterms with another 54%. And right after the midterm elections in the United States in 2014, the next 3 months, Bitcoin dropped another. How many percent did it drop? From here, it dropped another 44% to find the bear market bottom on the 13th of January 2015 after the midterm elections. Now, then we have the bull market go up, 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 up. Then here on December the 17th, 2017 is the top of the bull market. And then on the 4th of February 2018, Jerome Powell is elected as new chair of the Fed. So after he's appointed, Bitcoin goes up a lot. Right after he's appointed, let's look a bit closer. Right after he's appointed, Bitcoin drops for 1-2 days. It drops with about 30%. And after the 30% drop, it goes up with almost 100%. So yeah, Bitcoin was not as big in 2018 as it is now. The volume is not quite as big. So there's a bit more volatility there than there is now. But the idea is similar. So from when he was appointed to chair of the Fed, Jerome Powell, up until the midterms, and then right after the midterms, 40 days after the midterms, there was the bear market bottom at a bit more than $3,000, which was 62% lower Then, when Jerome Powell was appointed as chair of the Fed, 62% lower at 3,000. Now, and the bear market bottom is exactly 41 days after the midterm elections. In 2014, it was 91 days after the midterm elections. Now we're going to see what happened in 2018. Here we are, 2018. 2018, Jerome Powell was re-elected as chairman of the Federal Reserve. Bitcoin was sitting at around 30,000. So right after he was elected, Bitcoin dropped with, let's say, well, not that much, 3.5%, and then it went up again with 9.5% in the next 8 days after he was appointed. It went up again with 9.5%, and then it went down, 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 down over the next few days. And then all the way down. And also, what is interesting that here in 2022, he was appointed in May as well. Here it was the 23rd of May, and Kevin Warsh this year is elected on the 15th of May, but similar time frame. And then over the next 183 days, Bitcoin goes down with another 47%, all the way up until 14 days after the midterm elections, where it finds a bottom 47% below the height of Bitcoin at the midterm elections. At the when Jerome Powell was appointed for his second term. Now we come to the interesting part. So now let's say something similar would happen again with Kevin Warsh. That's one scenario of the possibilities of what I think is likely that will happen this year. But this also, what I think will happen this year, is a bit dependent on the war in Iran. I believe that if, like now, there is a ceasefire that's on strong life support, and according to Trump, if there is that the ceasefire is on such a life support that there's about 1% chance that the ceasefire will survive. So I believe that, let's say the ceasefire doesn't hold, hostilities will start again, airstrikes, etc., that Bitcoin will just go down, 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 to make a bottom somewhere after the midterms of somewhere between 46 and 42,000. Basically, I think it will be between 49 and 42,000, the bottom of the bear market 2026. Now, the other scenario that I think is likely, let's say the hostilities don't start again, the ceasefire will hold, then I think it's not unlikely that Bitcoin might go down a little bit for a few days, but then goes up and then down again still. Down to 65. Maybe we'll stay there for a bit and then make a bottom there. That's what I believe is the most likely scenario, that Bitcoin will either go up until 87, 88,000 in the next 2-3 weeks, and then it will go down to make a bottom right after the midterm elections, as we have seen all previous times that the bottom of the bear market is formed right after the midterm elections. Yeah, the other option is that when hostilities with Iran get started again, that Bitcoin will just go down, 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 down in a straight line and make a bottom. Yeah, I think it's likely that the bottom will be somewhere between 49,000 and 42,000. Yeah, that's it. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I definitely enjoyed making it. And I wish you a beautiful day. See you later.